Well, I got a couple of hours to spare on the Hampshire Avon this afternoon, so I'm going to be trotting maggots today. I tried yesterday and I ended up with one small chub of £1.50, so it was a so-so session, but the minnows are a real problem, so I'm really not quite sure what to think about that, but I'm going to try this afternoon. As I say, I've got 2 hours, so we'll see how we get on. I mean, I've not fished this swim, not yet this year, so and to be fair, I've only used maggots the last few times I've gone, so you never know. You've got to be in it to win it, so I'm going to have my fingers crossed here that at least we might be able to get a few. Fingers crossed, anyway. Well, what a lovely time to be close to the Hampshire Avon. It's early October, sun setting. I've got 2 hours of fishing. Who knows? Hopefully I'll catch a few. But the countryside is stunning this time of year. Absolutely stunning. You wouldn't believe this small little stream here just trickles away during the summer, but when the rains come, this is a real torrent of a stream, and believe it or not, you get some huge sea trout run up here, almost into double figures, so some really big fish. But as I say, at the moment it's low and clear and there's just a trickle. There's that size 20 just inside there, a really small hook as you can see. Size 20. Well, it's not a huge fish, it's about I suppose about 4.5 pounds, but absolutely fantastic to get it all on film. As I say, it's so lucky to be able to do that. Anyway, let's slip her back, shall we? Thank you. There really is something about the Hampshire Avon in autumn. Some beautiful colours around. Very rustic. And the chub are starting to feed, I can tell you that. I've had 3 already, nothing of any size, up to 4.5 pounds, but let's see how I get on. Well, this is a colossal chub. It's £7 2 ounces, caught on the Hampshire Avon, trotting, so using maggots as bait, so really some awesome fish. First £7 on the float from the Hampshire Avon, so really quite chuffed with this. So really good. So let's strip it back, shall we? £7 2. Third £7 now. Let's slip her back. Well, what can I say? This is another really big chub. This one's £6 10 ounces. So really good session this is turning out to be. This is my 7th chub, so I've had a 6.2 and a 6.10, so I can't really complain at this. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, I better slip her back, I guess. £6 10, fantastic. Well, this is a 5.15 chub. You can tell it's the first of the day, and you can tell it's got a black spot just above or just below the dorsal fins there, so we'll be able to identify it for another time. But it's 5.15, so not quite a cigar, but close. But pretty pleased with this one. Anyway, let's strip her back. First of the day, fantastic. Well, I almost had this this lovely chub captured on video. Unfortunately, on my GoPro, it ran out, so the battery ran out, and I've just put another one in, and that's low as well. So I didn't quite get the landing of this fish, but it still looks pretty good. So it's £6 9 ounces, still a very big chub. So well pleased with that. So anyway, let's slip her back. This is the 14th £6 plus fish of the season. Unbelievable. It's only a small one, this, but it's a blooming good bite, that's for sure. Anyway, let's have a go at landing her, shall we? It's only a small little chub, probably about 4 pounds, but still, that's the second of the day, so I'm not really complaining at that. But again, it was a small hook. Look at the size of that hook. It's ridiculous. Size 20 and a big mouth like that. I seem to be getting lots and lots of taps and pulls, and some of it's from fish brushing against the line for sure. And one or two where they're picking the maggots up in their lips and then pulling it back, and the rod tip goes over and then springs back. But there's no mistaking when you get a take. It really is a full-blown 3-foot twitch. I've had 2 so far, so still about another hour and a quarter, hour and a half to go before the light starts to go. But yeah, they seem to be having a good old pull at it, but we'll see. I'll keep the maggots going in and we'll see how we get on. There's a little bit of weed going down, which is causing the odd problem. But on the whole, it's I've got to say, it's looking pretty good. Anyway, fingers crossed, I might get another. That accurate casting is so important, you know. Getting it on the money every time. Yeah, you've got to be within about a foot of those far willows. Hopefully I won't lose too many feeders, you never know. That's a good fish down there. Let's go and have a look at her, shall we? This is a lovely chub. This is 7 pound 1 ounces. Caught on the feeder method, or the feeder rig that I use. Absolutely fantastic. Really very chuffed with this one for sure. It's my third 7 pounder of the season so far, so well and truly happy with that. Well, that's it. The light is just beginning to go now. what a productive 2 hours that was. One at 4:10, another one about 4, and a 7:1. Absolutely fantastic. So it just goes to show you don't need to be out all day really. Right, just for 2 hours, and maybe that's just time enough. But I think we're getting to the stage now where the water's got a bit of colour into it. Maybe the chub won't see the maggots. But it's been a cracking couple of hours for sure.